Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of DeLuSioNaL's Arcade. So this is kind of a more serious episode. It's a special edition, whatever you want to call it. I decided I was actually working on my Gap Plus, and then I was on social media, and I saw on Facebook that my good friend Steve Ontiveros from Fireball Arcade in Front Royal, Virginia, actually posted that he may actually start closing shop and might even have to auction off his games to kind of make ends meet. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, this is happening all over the country. There's barcades. But in my opinion, it's a little different because he kind of did it for nonprofit where he created the whole, arcade business. I mean, he wasn't even, knowing what he was doing when it came to like electronics. He had volunteers come in and stuff and kind of did like a collaborative effort to get this thing off the ground. And he created it for, his daughter to hang out with her friends in. He said, you know what, I don't want her on the streets. I want other kids to be able to come here and just have a community where it's cheap. So he kept his prices low where it was, he used quarters for the games. He set them all to 25 cents. There's a couple I think that are set to 50 cents now to try to make ends meet, before this pandemic happened. So he was struggling a little bit, taking money out of his own pocket each month, but it was important to him to have it there for the community and for the children that, don't, instead of going after school and doing bad stuff, they just come to the arcade, hang out, play games, learn stuff, and get involved with everything. So, unfortunately, this pandemic, it's just annihilated everyone. Like I said, there's tons of arcades out there that same thing has happened. There's barcades going out of business, but for me, in my eye, it was a little special with Steve because he was creating it for, people to kind of stay out of trouble and things like that. So, right now, he was hopeful where he was fixing up all his games, getting all the parts and stuff just to make them all working great. So he was hoping to reopen. But unfortunately, even though they're in phase 3 in Virginia, they decided not to, he's under a category where he still cannot open because of social distancing. So he's kind of bummed about that. So it's kind of in limbo. He has stuff stacking up, all these bills. And I felt it was my obligation for the community and to pay it forward to do something about it. So I personally, out of my own pocket, donated $100 to the cause, in the GoFundMe link below. You'll find it in the description below. I decided, this is something I want to do. I want to help Steve out and at least try. I'm not just going to give up right now and have his arcade just go up in shambles. So, yeah, anything you guys can do, I'm asking you guys and the viewers just to, to help out if you can. I don't expect you to give $100, but, at least every little bit counts for it. So, Steve would totally be grateful. His family would too. And, hopefully we can go back and visit them, seeing them reopen. So that's the thing I want to see is having them reopen. But for now, he's hoping to at least survive another 6 months for this thing to kind of blow over. And then hopefully it'll open up and everything will be fine. So, all right, guys. So I am working on Gap Plus, like I mentioned. I was working on that today and I had to stop to do this, because I wanted to. I wanted to kind of contribute to Steve any way I could. And of course, I do have other friends that have arcades as well. But I felt, I'm going to focus on Steve for now because it's nonprofit. I might do something in the future for my other friends as well. But for now, this is really important because he's totally, when he's put that post, it really shocked me, saying that he's may auction the games. That really, to me, was really serious. I know he doesn't want to do that. So, okay, guys, follow me on Twitter at Del's Arcade. If you have any comments or you want to retweet it, I'm sure I'm going to retweet it on there as well. Just feel free to retweet it and, pass it on social media. He's on Facebook as well, Steve, with his Fireball Arcade. So just look up Fireball Arcade in Front Royal, Virginia on Facebook, and you'll find his page there where he always puts updates on what's going on. And you can read what's been happening this whole time as well, where he's been posting stuff saying, yeah, I have a, GoFundMe right now, but trying to make ends meet, but we got new games and we're trying this and that. So hopefully it'll all work out. I'm contributing, like I said, because I really believe in the whole process of that. So, all right, guys, I guess I'll see you in the next one and take care.